Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. Gerry, Max, Terry, we're here. We don't have anywhere else to be. That infers that we don't have lives. So, guys, match preview. We are scheduled. The fixture list puts us with Spurs at Goodison this weekend, which is nice to play one of the higher teams in the table at our place for a change. That works. So, guys, current form right now, they've 13 wins. They have not drawn with anybody, and they have 4 losses. 39 points. They sit third in the table right now. Recent results, they recently got a 2-0 win over Arsenal in the Carabao Cup to put them in the semifinals. Before that, they beat Burnley 1-0. And before that, they drew with, I don't know if you've ever heard of this team, but Barcelona. They drew with them 1-1 in a pretty stressful little tie that kept them afloat in Champions League and moved them on to the next round. They've looked pretty good lately, guys. Not exactly the best time to play them in terms of their results, but they do have some injuries. So it does look like, I believe Vertonghen is out for this one. Thigh injury, I think. And I'll go over some of the rest of the potential starters in a minute. Max, how are you feeling about this Spurs squad going into Sunday?
They're a top side, and I think they're really showing the quality now after a few years. I mean, doing my research before the pod, and it's been a weird couple of years for Spurs, I think, because they kind of finished second, like they could finish third in a 2-horse race when Leicester won the title, and I think from then they just kind of projected forwards and looked a real threat. I know there was a lot made of the fact that they didn't bring any new signings in during the summer, but when you've got the likes of Lucas Moura, Harry Winks, even Sissoko is coming good at the minute, Son up front, like they have got depth despite not bringing in new signings in the summer, and very good depth at that. We haven't beat them since that game where Pinar and Jelavic scored in 2012, which adds to me doubt about the game, because, you know, looking at it on paper, form-wise, we're not doing very well. They are doing exceptionally well, and they're riding this wave of momentum. Not going to do Pochettino any harm. The rumour, well, not rumours as such, but the ominous Man United link that's just going to follow him till the end of the season. Now, I think that's only going to add to the momentum, and I'm not feeling confident. But however, at Goodison we do tend to turn up. So, I hope we give them a run for the money, and finally this is the time where we turn one of the big six over.
Terry, what are you thinking about this weekend?
Yeah, as Max said, they're a fantastic team. I mean, for all the attention that Liverpool and Man City have got so far this season, Tottenham have sort of kept their head down, and they're not that far off them. Obviously, that those two teams don't look like they're slowing down anytime soon, but I think in any normal year, Tottenham would be right considered for the title as well, because they haven't even drawn a game yet. They've either won, they've lost a couple, but won most of their games. A very decisive team that can't be understated how good they are. They're just one of the best underrated teams in Europe, I think, because in a league like this, any other league they're in, Germany, even Spain, they'd be even better than they are now. But as Max said, I hope that being at home for this game will be the X factor, because we've been really close in the games with the other top teams so far, but all at their ground. And historically, not so much in recent times, but historically, it's going back to David Moyes and even Roberto Martinez days. We didn't really have a problem beating the big boys at Goodison Park. It was more a case of their ground. So I'm hoping that can be the win that we've been due for a while, not against the new top six, as we call them, not the traditional top six. But yeah, I think we've been unfortunate in a lot of our recent games, and hopefully this can be the big game that turns people's perception of Everton around, going, oh, they actually can hang with some of the better teams, because Spurs, they're good, but I think we've got some players who can run some of their players close. I've got to be honest.
Their injury situation kind of makes their potential lineup, really interesting. It's a little bizarre. They've been running Ben Davies at a center back, as a center back lately, but I'm under the impression that both Foyth and Davinson Sanchez are healthy and could possibly play this weekend. Those are players that are a little bit more natural in that position. I'm not sure if that means they'll go with them if they're but so yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. That situation. Lloris starting, Trippier, really good right back. Alderweireld, and then the other center back. Like I said, it's either going to be Davies, Sanchez, or Foyth. Danny Rose, and I think if Davies isn't starting at center back, then he'll probably be starting at left back, I would think. Then you got Sissoko and Winks, because again they have injuries in that position as well. Those kind of center mids, those deeper center mids. So I could see both of them getting a start. And then up front, it's just a slew of danger men, just a lot of them, and each one of them is capable of bringing a match winner at any point. Son, Eriksen, Dele Alli, Kane, and then the fact that you can bring Lucas Moura off the bench, Eric Lamela off the bench. They just have a lot of dangerous players. They're potent. They're comfortable with each other. Like Max said, they didn't bring anybody in the off season, so that means there's no new weapons. But they have all the old ones, and they all know each other, and they all know where they're going to be. And they all know their roles.
It's a strange one. It's a strange one, though, isn't it? It's almost as if finally, they're reaping the seeds that they put down from that Gareth Bale sale. I think they're finally getting all the pieces together now, and they are looking like a real threat. Obviously, that 1-1 draw with Barcelona, sending them through on the European stage, which I'm sure, as a club, that's a huge hurdle for them to overcome. And as I've said several times before, I've always kind of viewed Tottenham as one of our closest competitors in the league. And it frustrates you to see them reach these levels that you just want Everton to kind of explode onto. And I suppose it will be a good contest to judge ourselves where we're up to on Sunday.
Yeah. As I've said before, I get a little anxious before these games because I know they're top sides. But I'm excited. I do look forward to this. I really do. I've got a friend who's a Spurs supporter. I don't really worry about that. It's not a thing where it's really bugging me at all. I don't really care. I think that, I feel like if we go out and actually play the way we've been playing against these top sides this season, we're going to have opportunities to win. We're going to have opportunities to score. We will get chances. Now, will it rain shit on us when it comes to the luck? Maybe. You know what I mean? It might, especially if they're the ones actively pushing to get a goal. You know what I mean?
They proved they can do it now. You look at that game against Burnley, Eriksen at the time. They just look a completely different animal. And I don't know. I'm not confident. I can't black myself really. We can't. I don't think it can be another performance like it was against Manchester City. I do think we've got to be a lot more clinical, certainly going forward, and we can't be as sloppy at the back.
Clinical is a big word right there, because I feel like that's been our problem against the top sides all season, because we've had chances, we just have not finished. Yeah, especially somebody like Richarlison, where you're just like, because he's pulled out so many amazing finishes of situations where you didn't necessarily expect him to score, and then a moment where you're like, it's like somebody's laid it up for him. It's like, here you go, man. There's no one else there. It's just you. And then he blasts it into the seats. Yeah. Let's do some predictions. Terry, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go 2-1 to Everton. I'm going to be positive. Big
Ah,
home win. Big home performance from the Blues, and one of those shock results that December throws up.
I'm gonna throw things off here, and I'm gonna say 1-0 to Everton, because I watched Max's face when you were saying yours, and I feel like I know where Max is going. So, go ahead, Max. What do you think?
I'm debating on the goal difference. So I'm going to go for 3-1 Tottenham. I just think they're very good at the moment, and we're just going through a patch of bad luck.
Well, I would say most neutrals would hear what you're saying, Max, and they would probably say that's a pretty logical prediction.
I know. I just hope Everton start conjuring up this ability to defy it. You know what I mean? Like we did in the past. We need to start, dishing out a few more of these surprise results.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's gonna come a time where we're gonna be. Performances only do so much. They only go so far. You're like, oh, I can't believe we got that many chances against City. Wow. And then you're like, okay, I said that last time, damn it.
Eventually, points beats positives, doesn't it? You got to take points and positives.
Like I will take positives as long as there's growth. Growth has to continue to happen. There has to be growth. If there's no growth, then you literally are standing still, and then algae grows on you and it sucks. Then you're stale. It's not fun anymore. So gotta grow, gotta move. All right. So two older gents picking a win this weekend, and then the young buck saying, "I don't think so, guys." So, guys, so I guess that wraps up our Spurs match preview. We're going to follow it up with a starting 11 segment here in just a moment, so stay tuned for that. That'll be our next one. But yeah, until then, if you're digging the videos, please subscribe to the Toffee Blues YouTube channel. We sincerely appreciate everything everybody does for us, and all the positive, kind comments that sometimes people throw on there. If you want some more Max, check out his Twitter. He'll show you where he's going to be. He's everywhere, folks. Check him out. He'll tell you where he's going to be, and he'll have some analysis on the Toffee Blues website. So keep an eye out for him, but also some other folks there. A lot of really sharp people doing analysis on there. All things Everton. Terry on the Liverpool Echo fan jury. They print his words. He's important enough to where they're like, Terry, what do you got? So yeah, check him out. He'll tell you on his Twitter when he's appearing there. That's it for now, guys, and we're gonna move on to starting 11 segment. So, bye. Wow, that went high, super high.